listeners, and welcome back to the Review for Few podcast. You guys, before I dive into what I want to talk about this week, let me tell you about my week. I recently moved, and I'm still, well, everything's moved out now. Now it's just organizing and everything like that. Oh my God, I didn't realize how tiring moving is, and I've been like nonstop moving boxes, just my step count. Stop playing with her. Like, I know I got whatever medal Apple Watch was given for June. I know I got that in the bag, because when I tell you I was moving so much, I was moving so much that it's just ridiculous. Even like my chest, I started getting chest pains. I don't know if that has to do with like all that's going on in my life, but like my chest started hurting. For the moment, it's not bad. But earlier, like I would breathe and it would hurt. I would lay down and it would hurt. Like, it was just like, But taking a deep breath eventually made it get better. But it's just a lot, guys. Moving is a lot. So just advice for anybody who is moving anytime soon. Like, you might think you have your move well planned out, but something's always going to happen. Or even if your move is well planned out, it's just a lot. It's just a lot. It's so much goes into it, into a move. Because, you think, oh, the hardest part is finding a new place to live. And it's like, yeah, that matters a great deal, because you don't want to live somewhere all shanty and whatnot. But actually transporting the goods from one place to the new place it can be a lot. Let's just say that it could be a lot. But not much went on in my life. I barely worked this week because I took some days off, but that's nor here nor there, because unfortunately I'll be back at work on Thursday, the day this episode drops. But until that day comes, let's get on with the show. So I recently watched the documentary on Céline Dion, which dropped on Amazon Prime Videos June 25th, if I'm making sense. I think it was June 25th. And can I just say, they could never make me not love Céline Dion. Like, I love that lady, and I will belt out her songs. Like, I could sing on her level any day, all the time, because she's just magnificent, and I love her. And it's so crazy, because I always told myself, I'm like, if life in America gets too much for me, I was gonna move to Quebec, because I know un poquito French, even though that's not French. I know only a little bit of French, but it's like, I would get better in my French, and I'll move to Quebec, more specifically like Montreal, and live out my days. Because, and I know it's like colder up there, and I'm a girl from Florida, and I already hate it in like the northern part of the United States. So imagine me being all the way up in like the northern part of North America. But one day I'm gonna visit it, at least, just to like see the place, because you read about it in textbooks and all that stuff. But anyways, watching the documentary made me wish that I could hug her. And in no way am I a person who loves to hug. Hugs is just like, sometimes just like not for me. Like, also handshakes, because I have small hands. Like, it's just physical touch is just certain physical touch. Obviously, it's just not. It's not it. Like, hugs, like, do you really need a hug? Because if you're not down bad, I'm not gonna give you a hug. But I wish I could give her a hug. Like, I didn't even finish the documentary, and I was like, I wish I could give her a hug. But I hate to see good people, great people down so bad. Her dedication and love to her career, to her fans, was just so prominent throughout the entire film. Like, you couldn't deny that she wanted to get better for her family, but she also wanted to grace that stage one more time and put on a show for her fans, because she loved the rush, she loved the adrenaline. She'd been doing it since she was like damn near 12, 13 years old, before she was a preteen, damn near, you know? Um, and like that. And she doesn't want to get back on that stage until she can give it her all. She says that, she never went on stage and gave like half-ass performances. She would always go on stage and give 100%. I've never seen Celine Dion perform in person, but watching videos, I know that she's just amazing to watch. Um, there's just so much. towards the end of it, you see part of it in the beginning of the film, but you see the whole aftermath, the whole ordeal towards the end of the film. But she goes through this a spasm, and it kind of took me, because I never heard of the syndrome. Maybe I have, but I didn't really know too much about it. So to see her all like calm and neutral and just fine, and she's like, oh, my foot's spasming, and then like it goes, and she just goes into a full spasm. It was so painful to watch, and you just see her spasm, and you see her tears, and she's not in control of her own body. Like, she can't just stop it. It just made me feel so bad. And it's like she's in pain, and they're giving her these nasal sprays and this stuff to like help numb her and everything like that. And to me, I'm just like, I don't want to know the pain she's in. I just know it's painful to watch. It's painful to see. I know her kids lost their dad back in 2016, and I just know that I couldn't fathom, losing your mom also, or just seeing your mom not at 110. It's a lot, but as painful as it was to watch her have that spasm, for her to fight through it and then sing along to the song Who I Am by Win Starks was so powerful. And her therapist, doctor, don't know, says that, because this is who you are, and she just sings it, and it's just like, this is a woman. This is a fighting woman. This is a strong woman. This is Céline Dion. Like, that's what it made me think. She will not stop. And I applaud her for that. She will not stop till she's back on top. And I commend her. I was in elementary school, roughly like 4th or 5th grade, when I really learned who Céline Dion was. I had seen Titanic because my brother is weirdly obsessed with Titanic. I bet you like $10 he's still weirdly obsessed with Titanic, even in his 20s, as he was all them years ago. And he would always play My Heart Will Go On over and over again. So, of course, me being a little sister, monkey see, monkey do, I became obsessed with it, and I would sing it over and over in the shower. I would always try to, in a way, looking back, I'm just stretching my vocals, stretching my voice to see if I could sing like all these great artists, Celine Dion, Mariah Carey, Beyonce, even Rihanna, just singing the song, even Gaga. I would just sing to sing, because I liked it and I enjoyed it so much that my family would do like karaoke type things during Thanksgiving and Christmas, and like, if awards were being given out, I know I would take the award home every single year, every single holiday, because there is no beating the great and fabulous Diavion. But this isn't about me. I did. I had an aunt. I have an aunt. She's still alive. I have an aunt, not had. I have an aunt, and she would pick me and her daughter, my cousin, up from school, and I'll never forget. And I don't know why I've always remembered this, but I'll never forget. She told me one day that when she gets married again, she's gonna walk down the aisle to Celine Dion. So I was like, okay. And she did end up getting married again, and I've always wanted to ask her, well, when you got married, did you play Celine Dion in the car at all to commemorate that day? She had like a little courthouse wedding, kind of just really private. So it's like I always just wondered, because I would hear her play Celine Dion, and she would play Celine Dion, and I always wondered like, oh, auntie, but I never asked, and maybe I never asked, and maybe in the future I never will ask. But it was just always a thought in my mind, and it definitely ran through my mind watching the documentary and hearing all her great songs and so many other songs that I haven't heard or never thought to listen to. It was just, something, because, her songs are so powerful, and even at a young age, I knew that, Time can be cruel sometimes, but time also holds the deepest and fondest memories that we spend and share with our loved ones. And that was very evident seen throughout the film as she spends time with her 2 youngest boys, and just goofing off and just being a boy mom, because that's who Celine is. She's a boy mom. I mean, she has nothing but boys, and yet she can still be so girly. I like it. Watching this documentary made me feel for her family and her. She's willing to comfort everybody around her, including her fans. And she's been doing that for so long that she didn't, not really in a sense, put herself first, and now she kind of has to because she wants to be, back where she just feels this amazing rush and adrenaline. And I can only imagine what goes through someone's mind, an entertainer's mind, to be back on top. It kind of made me remind me of Beyonce in Homecoming, how she had the twins and she had a C-section. She lost the weight and took the time and did the work and dedication to relearn everything to perfect her craft. And she, in a sense, did it again for Renaissance after she had knee surgery. And I'm gonna compare these two women's because I just thought of this. But Beyonce got injured. I think it was her I Am Sasha Fierce world tour. That's when she injured her knee, and she just went about life without it until eventually she had to get surgery. And Celine says that she had been dealing with mysterious illnesses for the past 17 years of her life, and now she finally had a diagnosis, and now she could finally, treat it in a way. It just reminded me of those two women because one is working hard to be herself again, and one did work really hard to become herself again and do so much more. And, it's just a lot. I said earlier, she lost her husband back in 2016. And I kind of remember a little bit of that. Not much, because I'm not really a pop culture keeper-upper. I don't know what to say. But I remember it was, really sad. And, her kids were really young. At least her boys were really young. The youngest ones, her twins, were, 6. And I think her eldest was 14, 15, around there somewhere. So that was, a lot. And I know looking at their mom, they're probably thinking she's, going through a lot. And she's a trooper. And she's going to find her way. And even there's parts of clips throughout her career that you see where you can kind of see that she was struggling, but she just brushed it off like it was nothing. And you didn't really know. They showed a clip of when she was on Carpool Karaoke with James Corden back in 2018. And I remember watching that because I've watched that video 1,000,001 times, as well as the Adele one, because it's just hilarious. I love it. It's so funny. And even then, it's she is a powerhouse, but even powerhouses sometimes need to go in hibernation and reconstruct to be better, to come back and give people what they want. And, it's just things like that. I always looked at her as a woman who can sing her heart out and was goofy at the same time, and that's very evident watching the documentary. While watching it, it gives you a deeper insight into her life, especially, like I said earlier, seeing her as a mom and be there for her kids and stuff like that. It's okay. You can't really get a lot out of boys, but she gets something, and that's all that matters. There's one thing I want to point out at the end of the film. It says in love and memory of Bear, which is one of her dogs, and you'll see that beautiful, sweet little girl throughout the film. And I know I would be shattered without my Delilah. I urge everyone to go and watch this film because in some ways Céline Dion has touched your heart, and you've heard that powerhouse of a voice that she has. And watching this definitely made me look at her differently. But at the same time, it didn't, because her therapist or doctor, I don't really know. Like I said earlier, I don't really know who he is. He said, this is part of your journey. This is not the end. In no way is this the end. And it just resonates with me because it's oh my God, I know she's going to come back on top, and she's just going to just be the powerhouse that she is. I just know it. But until she does that, my prayers, I wish I had powers. I would help a lot of people out if I had powers. People don't think I'm a nice person, but I actually am. My prayers are with Céline and her family, and I hope she graces the stage again. And when she does, because she will, I hope to see her in person and just be in that crowd, Céline, and I'm just gonna sing with her, 'cause I'm your lady. Don't, hey, you are my man. I just love it. Something about Celine, and then her, Celine and Shakira kind of have this that I don't know how to describe it. They have just that little thing about their voice, and that just makes me just It just makes me go into it. This week's episode's very short, but that's only because I feel like you gotta really watch the film. It's an hour long, verging on 2 hours. Not really. It's like an hour 40-50 minutes. But credits count that, and the credits are like 3 minutes long. So still, it's a really good documentary, and I think you should definitely go see it. As June is coming towards an end, July is right around the corner. What are you guys gonna do to celebrate 4th of July? I plan on going to the pool because the beach is like a 2-3 hour plus drive, and like you can't drink alcohol on the beach, which I think is like crap. But yeah, so I want to know, what are you guys doing for 4th of July? I won't be releasing an episode next week because of the deer holiday, so you guys won't hear this voice again until June 11th, but that's okay. Maybe by then I'll have something nice and juicy for you. House of the Dragon. I don't know why I say House of Dragons, because I mean the is very, very small. Let's be real. But House of Dragons, I have not watched episode 2 yet, and it's because like I said, I'm moving and everything going on and stuff like that. It's like not a priority, but it is a priority because it's like I have to know what happened after the first episode, after poor Jaharius is basically beheaded, like a little boy. All I know is the title of the second episode is called Rhaenyra the Cruel, and it's like I really want to watch it. I'm not gonna watch it until like maybe this weekend because it's like I don't know. Honestly, if I watch it, I might just release an episode before the holidays just to like give it like just to get my one good push out. But like I ain't promising y'all nothing. So if you won't hear from me, you most likely you most likely ain't gonna hear from me next week. So you gotta wait till July 11th. But it's gonna be okay, guys. It's gonna be okay. That week on the Friday the 12th, I have my appointment to see if I'm a candidate for eye surgery. Because if you didn't know, because you can only hear my voice, I do wear glasses. I've been wearing glasses since the 6th grade. So like for over like 10 years now. I hate wearing glasses. My mom didn't even believe that I needed glasses when I told her. And I was always in the back of the classroom because my last name starts with a W, and it just sucks so bad. But then it's like, I don't want to be in the front of the classroom. Like, why can't I just be like in the middle-ish? Like, I'll be fine there. And I would literally have to like walk up to the board. Back when like in elementary schools you had like the thing you put on, like the projector. Like the projector wasn't like, they were slowly transitioning to the projector attached to the ceilings. Like obviously it wasn't so old school, but like it was still a struggle. And I'm like, they'll like unblur it. They're like, is that blurry? And I'm like, yes it is, but it's not blurry for everybody else. It's just me being a blind bat. So I really hope you guys won't hear anything about it the next time I drop an episode, but like the week after that, hopefully give you some more insight. All they told me was like, yeah, appointment's like 2 hours long, and it's like just getting me nervous because like eye surgery has always scared me. I think Final Destination came out before I was wearing glasses, or maybe after. I think it was after, and that's what really scared me into it. When like the girls getting like laser eye surgeries, getting LASIK, and it's like, oh my god, I have 3 options for eye surgery, and it's just like nerve wracking. But I pray and hope I could get eye surgery because I don't want to wear glasses. I kind of just want to go back to being a 2020 girl, even though I haven't been a 2020 girl since I was like 8 years old, but that's okay. I think the only reason my vision is bad, how people be like, don't put on people's glasses. Like I did that. I put on my cousin's glasses one time, and I feel like that's why my vision is messed up, because nobody in my family really wears glasses. Like if they wear glasses, that's just because they get up there in age, which is like normal, with time. I should not have been wearing glasses from the age of what 11 to currently 23. Like I should not have been wearing glasses, but I do. And I want eye surgery, and I want to see the world. I want to wake up and be like, I can see clearly now. Like I want to wake up and see clearly. I don't want to wake up and gotta search for the glasses, can't find the glasses. Then it's like I need glasses to find the glasses. Like ain't nobody got time for that. But let me stop ranting and rambling on. As always, make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Make sure you follow at the Review for Fuse on Instagram. And just, I wish you guys a very, very happy 4th of July. And as always, happy listening, y'all. You're here. There's nothing I feel. I need some water. Let me stop playing around.